Hi, welcome to From the Ground Up. We are here today. I'm Carol Wyman, the host, and we are here today at the Pool Spa Patio and Decking Show. It's day 3. It's still very exciting. We're at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and we're here with Eric from JobTread. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, my name is Eric Fortenberry. I'm the founder and CEO of JobTread, and we provide construction estimating, project management to really all types of builders, contractors. But here at the show, we're working with all the outdoor living contractors, deck builders. A lot of pool builders using our software as well. So
that's great. Do you want to give a little bit more detail about what the software offers?
Yeah, so it's really intended to be an all-in-one construction estimating project management. So helping them to get organized. It's got CRM features where they can keep track of all their leads, their customers, all their communications. But really, like every job that a contractor builds, we think it's really important that they take the time to build out a solid budget, understand what are their costs, whether it's labor, materials, equipment, permits. They need to know their numbers, and they need to have a solid budget to be able to then go price out the job and ultimately use that to manage the ongoing execution of it. And then a bunch of all the project management, scheduling, to-dos, daily logs, files, photos, all of that. And then ultimately we help them get paid with invoicing and payment processing.
Wow, and I wonder, do they have a dashboard so they're able to see when they've billed and when they can follow up with payment, et cetera?
Absolutely. There's a way to oversee all your jobs at once at a high level. They can build out custom dashboards. They can even put them. There's a new full screen mode where if they want to put their dashboards up at the wall in their office, they can just have them automatically refresh. So it's pretty neat, but gives them that oversight over all the jobs. So maybe a project manager needs to be involved in his specific jobs, but the business owners and the leaders, they can see across everything, kind of looking at their schedule, looking at all their outstanding work, tracking all their vendors, trade partners, suppliers, wow. All of that.
Yeah, I think that's great. And it also gives them insight into what to expect. And if they see something that's trending in the wrong way, they can correct it by making sure they get on and talk to the person about, why is this not happening? And they're able to correct that before it becomes a bigger issue. I love that. I think that's very well thought out in your presence. So you guys have been in business for 4.5 years?
Yeah, we've been selling it for about 4.5 years and have taken it to over. We got over 8,200 customers now.
That's amazing. And how many employees do you have?
We've got over 50 employees.
Wow. That's for a lot of customers. It sounds like a very lean staff. So how do you handle customer onboarding and supporting your customers?
Yeah, great question. So we're really big on customer service, customer experience. If you go Google JobTread reviews, probably the majority of those reviews are all talking about how great of an experience that they've had with our customer service team. But our approach is that every single customer, they have a dedicated customer success manager who has experience in construction. They understand what it's like to work in a construction business, and so they are their point person. But we have live trainings every day, so all of our customers, they can go to live trainings. There's a whole curriculum that has been built out by our director of learning and development. And if they can't make the live ones, they can watch recorded ones. But really, we try to guide them through all of the kind of the features and the things that they want to use. We provide them a lot of training and resources. They've got their customer success manager. We also have a fairly large support team, so if they want to call in, email in, whatever, we are happy to help them. We do live office hours every day too, so they can literally just drop in to ask questions live of people. We really put a lot of effort to provide a great customer experience and to be there for our customers to help them get up and running.
Yeah, that makes all the difference, because if someone's, they need an answer today, they need an answer in 10 minutes, whatever it is, there's a couple different options to be able to get that support. I think that's wonderful. What is coming up in the coming year, and what is something that you want to talk about that you've talked about at the show? Yeah,
well, we're really excited. We've been working pretty heavily on essentially enabling integrations with a lot of the global, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, to be able to just directly have access to their pricing, availability. We're really close. Later this year, we're going to be rolling out a lot of the ability to directly purchase your materials, straight through JobTread. So if you build out the budget, the first kind of at the very beginning where you can send out your proposals estimate, you can directly convert that to a purchase order and submit it straight into, some of these supplier systems. So we're really excited about that.
Wow.
It's going to be huge.
That sounds great. It's another way to really streamline your business and keep it all in one area. So I mean, that eliminates mistakes, double entry, kind of talking to a lot of different people that aren't connected. I think that's wonderful. What a great service that's going to be for you.
We also have a really exciting partnership that we've formed with TimberTech. They're going to be essentially kind of doing this pilot group where they're providing JobTread to a handful of contractors and businesses. They're literally paying for their JobTread for an entire year, and essentially we're building, programming and essentially setting them up with all of the templates, everything that they would need to streamline their business operations, to be able to sell more jobs, win those jobs, and ultimately order more materials. But it's a really exciting program here, because like essentially if we can show a direct correlation between helping these builders get organized, be able to have much more professional estimates, be able to give the customers better experiences, ultimately win more jobs. Like when we can directly show what we already know because we've seen it thousands of times over, but like directly with TimberTech, then they're potentially looking at like offering this to all of their TimberTech pros, which is like really exciting to think about.
Wow, you might need to hire more people. And actually, it sounds like you are hiring more people. Why don't you talk about some of the positions you're looking to fill?
Yeah, and it was really exciting news actually yesterday, even though I wasn't able to be there. I really wish I would. Our team won the #1 best places to work in Dallas for the medium-sized company category. So huge testament. It is our, I guess, 4th year being recognized as a best place to work, but taking that #1 spot was really awesome. So very excited about that. And we put a lot of effort into making sure that we build the best possible team we can, that they have a great culture with the other JobTread employees, and just making it a place that everybody wants to get up, come in, do their best, help other people to be able to achieve their goals with the software. And so it's something that we're always looking for more great people. And our biggest challenge, frankly, is hiring, finding and hiring the best people out there. So we're definitely looking for people on our customer success team. We've got customer success managers, we've got trainers, we got customer support people. Like we're just constantly, trying to find and recruit those people. One of the tough things is as of now, we do require everybody to be in Dallas, Texas. Like our entire team works from the same office. Like we're all right there. We do not have any remote. We haven't outsourced anything. Like we have entirely built JobTread under the same roof all together. So that is one caveat. People around the country, you got to be willing to pack up and move, but we're happy to help you to make that happen.
Wow, and well, Dallas is not a bad place to live, so it's also a great opportunity for them to grow within a business, and especially if it's a #1. I mean, come on, how many people can say that's a great achievement as far as being a great place to work? And that takes a lot. That takes a big effort. So kudos to you.
We were also just recognized as the fastest growing privately held company in all of DFW, and we're 2 times winner of the fastest growing technology company in all of North Texas. So a lot of growth that's happening.
Wow, and it starts at the top. So I mean, kudos to you, Eric, for being able to see that and be able to build that. And I know that there's a lot of great people that work with you to make that happen, but that's such what an achievement, and what a great platform and a foundation it sounds like you have for success for people to be able to grow within your industry, within your company. Yeah. So is there anything else you want to share with us about what's trending in the industry? You sound like you've connected with the right people, and you're doing a lot to promote having this JobTread at many different areas, many different industries. But what would you like to say?
I think in general, when I think about just entrepreneurship and small businesses and the challenges that they have like every day, like building a great business, like I think there's no better time than now to really start focusing on your company, your team, your culture, making sure that you've got the right goal set, that you're focused on the right KPIs, driving the business forward in a way that's helping you to truly achieve your mission and vision. And so, one of my I got a speaking ed session here that like we talked about, and I gave out our business playbook on how we have built our companies and the framework that we use. And so what I'm seeing and really in the industry though is that people are realizing that like they can't just stay stuck doing the same thing that they've been doing for the last 10, 20 years. Like, status quo is not the answer. Technology is rapidly adopting, just evolving, and like people need to stay competitive, and they need to be able to be efficient and make sure that they're delivering the high quality service that they're promising, that they're selling. And so, we think that now is a great time to really figure out how you can leverage technology, whether it be software, whether it be AI, whether it be, even, just upgrading your tools and the processes that you use to run your business. Like now is the time to make sure that you are as efficient as you possibly can, because with the sure thing we know is that construction, there will always be issues, and that the markets are cyclical. There are going to be good times and there are going to be hard times, and like you got to prepare for the tough times. We saw with COVID, right? Like, it was easy for a lot of contractors to come in and win because so many people just rushed to go, and build out and improve their homes and their residences. But like, it's a true test of a business is how they perform in the bear markets. And so, I encourage people to not stay status quo. Like, go find ways that you can continually improve and adopt, technology, hire the right people, have the right focuses, because that's how you're going to win, this year and every year beyond.
Right, and there's easy ways to embrace technology and change, and but if you don't at least recognize that AI is coming into play, then you will be left behind. But as long as you're keeping in and getting educated, and there's so many ways that people help become better at technology.
Yeah.
So, and I know JobTread, it seems like you guys have, with all the support that you give your clients and all the ways that you're improving the software, I'm sure you have plenty of new releases, and it's great that you're able to be there at the level that your clients are. Sure. And bring them up to where they need to be. So
Absolutely.
I think that's wonderful.
I would also encourage people to go find ways to get involved in their community, get involved with other similar type businesses. I mean, coming out to this show, the International Pool Spa and Deck Expo, is a great way for builders to take a little bit of time to network and to learn from each other, because so many times these entrepreneurs and small business owners, they feel like they're alone at the top, and they don't have anyone to talk about their challenges and to bounce things off, and I think that's not the case. You got to go find a community and a tribe of people around you, following podcasts, listening to things like this, and the people that you all bring on. It's such a great way to take time to just sort of find other areas of inspiration. Yeah. That they can help them keep learning and adopting, because you're not alone. You can build a very successful business, and it just takes surrounding yourself with the right people.
No, I completely agree, and I think networking really going through and listening to the problems that people have and talking about the successes that people have, I think it just elevates an entire industry, and that's really what these types of shows are about. But I also think, we just went to a Women of Water event, and it's, so it's happening here too, where there's sessions that people can connect at. It's really just looking at your email, coming to Outdoor Coffee Shop and looking. We have so many events and so many opportunities for people to be connected too. So we want to, encourage everyone to look for the networking opportunity. Absolutely. And the resources that are available to them. So, well, I want to thank you so much for being here today. There's so many great things happening for JobTread, and well-earned and well-deserved. And go to their website. There's plenty of opportunity if you want to move to Dallas, or if you're in the Dallas area. It sounds wonderful. We have more to come, so thank you for joining us from the ground up, and we look forward to talking to you soon.